And that was kind of my strategy too, is to try and get listings. And that really took off.
So the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? To get the answers, we interview the top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Lead Agent Secrets.
Now, I know your second topic will tie nicely into the growth trajectory between you going from basically struggling to now having a successful operation. Your second topic is marketing and how you've been able to successfully market yourself and guess the properties and you as a business. So why is marketing your second secret to success?
Marketing was so important. Social media specifically. So I would do social media flyers and boost them on Facebook and really target an audience. And then I would, message my sphere and be like, hey, if you know anyone that wants to sell or buy, like, please send them over to me. I take great care of them. So I was really focusing on my sphere, my community, doing advertising on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those things that can get so many views, so many likes, and even go viral. Like, I was really targeting and marketing myself on those platforms too, along with doing the letters, open houses, so you can be more personable with someone in a house, even if it wasn't my listing. So all my marketing was trying to be as personable and really just social media, Those were great ways for me to kind of get my name out there and being consistent with it. Like, you can't just do it one day and then like 10 days later do another one. Like, you have to be like 3 or 4 times a week consistently advertising yourself online.
So for context then, what, for our listeners, if they're wanting to do some of the social posting and social sharing that you're talking about, what are the topics or what are the things? I know one of the things that we hear a lot is, I don't know what to post about every day. Like, I have enough stuff to talk about. So what are some of the go-to kind of posts that you have that you can rinse and repeat, maybe just in a different format that, are essentially evergreen?
Yeah, I did have these buyer and seller PDF forms. So like a seller's guide and a home buyer's guide in a PDF form that I could email directly to people. So I posted a flyer that said, are you needing a home buyer guide or a home seller guide? Email me and I will send you a copy of it and it will break down the process for you. And then it had, of course, my information at the bottom. And I got so many people that wanted an emailed copy of that. And then those people ended up being some of my clients. And that was just like a free educational PDF. I decided I could advertise and email out to people. So that really helped. And then educational posts like, did you know as a home buyer, you don't have to pay the realtor fees. It comes out of the seller's proceeds. Like, some home buyers don't know that. And so they're worried they have to pay a realtor fee. So like stuff like that people would be like, oh, and then they would reference me to that knowledge and then have a better understanding for real estate. It kind of builds some trust in that sense too. And then, I was offering my listings at 5% instead of 6%. And I was advertising that pretty well because the standard listing commission is 6%. And I was like, look, I'll do twice as much work for 1% lower and save you some money. And that was kind of my strategy too, is to try and get listings. And that really took off because people are like, oh, she's going to market it like crazy for 5% instead of 6%. And so, and then once I started having a track record of how fast my listings were selling or how many buyers I were getting under asking with great terms, I would advertise that. Be like, this is what I'm doing. And I would advertise it on social media. And so people were seeing that and then coming to me because of that. Like, I was almost bragging about myself, but in a way to help other people. And that really paid off too.
The real snowball. It's like it's a big snowball. One of the things you mentioned that I think that realtors just completely forget about, and it's not even just realtors, basically any expert in any industry, we fall into this trap of just assuming that our customers know what we know. But if they did, they'd be doing the shit without us, right? So like we know, like you said, about the buying fees or seller fees or commission splits or loans or X, Y, Z. You know all of this stuff because it's your job to know it. And then you get into the habit of everyone you speak to also knows it, which is the other realtor friends and colleagues you might have. So you kind of get into this world where you're like, well, everyone knows this stuff. Why would I share it? What you're getting is your clients are not those people. They're the polar end of opposite end of the scale, right? So when you're like, did you know this? And they're like, oh, that is fucking interesting. Well, yeah, it is. And they don't know. And education is actually one of the best things you can do to get clients, because like you said, it sticks in people's minds.
Yeah.
The amount of times, which is why, for example, like we generate all our leads through social media, every single one. We've done online lead generation for over 5 years now.
Yeah.
And it's just how we like to do business. But there's people who we work with who heavily leverage YouTube. Now, the reason YouTube is so effective is it's educational. So they go on there to tell, oh, these are the best schools in Dallas, Texas. These are the best eat out. These are the best spots for this. This is what houses look like in this area. And they're just educating the clientele. And then what happens? People go, well, he's taught me or she's taught me all this stuff about Dallas. This is amazing. I'm going to go and speak to them. Right. Yeah. And it's kind of bizarre how it's like, I don't know them, but they know you.
Yeah. And I think just like keeping people in the perspective where you genuinely care about them, you're not just trying to do a sales pitch. That also helps me too, because as a realtor, it's so easy to be like a car salesman, and like count your commission before you get it. And I've never done that. I've never like even really cared about my commission. It's like all about the experience for my clients. And I don't think a lot of realtors are that way, or they lose sight of it because they start getting greedy. And I've never let that happen to me. And I think that helps bring in clients as well, because I just genuinely want to help people. And I'm not here to just like do a sales pitch. You know what I mean? Like I really, truly want people to have a good experience with me.
I think actually you're bringing up something that I want to speak to you about, because this is to do with marketing. So client experience by far and away is the greatest thing you're going to be able to do for yourself if you want to get repeat business from people. Right. And I'm curious about, because this definitely ties into marketing, do you do post-sale marketing? So after clients finish with you, are you keeping in touch? And is there a process there? And that's how you're building more referrals down the line. Are you doing anything on that side?
Yeah. I check in with my clients after I've sold them a house, like at least a month after I've sold them a house. I'll be like, how's everything going? Do you need anything? How's the house? And then, I'll do Christmas cards too to all my clients with like a little calendar, like a Masco calendar they can put on their fridge or something, just so they know I'm like remembering them. Of course, that list is getting really long, so it's something I have to prep months in advance. But I do think like following up with people, a lot of my clients I'm friends with on Facebook, and I'll just like stay in touch with them online too. And I do think like you can't just sell someone a house or sell their house and then never reference them again, because then they feel, if you just send them a Christmas card or just like connect with them online, I feel like that you got to keep that personal connection too. I feel like so many realtors are just trying to turn over each escrow, and then it's like, that's done. Okay, I can move on to the next 10, but I really, you want people to feel valued and like respected, and like that you truly genuinely care about them, which I do. And of course, when you get so busy, it's hard to keep track of everyone, but I do try and send out yearly Christmas cards. And I also have a few more marketing ideas that I was planning on doing to past clients,
Yeah, there's definitely some of the ones, the best ones, like we do a variety, but we had another guest, as I can't take credit. They were like the opposite. So they're the extreme, and they have events every month, and all their best clients get invited to a monthly event, irrespective. So it could be like a coffee hour. It doesn't need to be like, it could be, they did like pumpkin picking was one of them. Mm-hmm. They do like coffee hours, obviously Christmas, Easter, but for every single month. And then basically as their client list is growing, they do hundreds and hundreds of deals they basically keep everyone in. And then as you invite someone to 20 of these events and they never show, they just start filtering out this list. And that's how they've just kept this like community within their clients, which is really interesting, because what's actually ended up coming about from it is their clients are becoming friends.
Right.
Because now they're all going to these events. They've all bought a house through X. And now it's like, we live in the same area. We're coming to these events to meet locals, and you're new as well. So then they've got more stuff going on. And it's a really interesting snowball that's kind of come about with holding events and doing things for past clients that basically has allowed them to leverage huge referrals from their clients as well, because they just feel so intimately connected with their realtor that it's like, why would I not want to send these guys business? And lo and behold, like their referral database, like people who send them deals is crazy. Now, oh, and by the way, if you're interested in gaining access to our course and coaching 100% for free, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com.